Disney doing everything they can to promote this and make this seem interesting. Now, there have only been a couple of editions of Dog with a Blog since the series premiere, but even with those few editions dropping, they really interest a lot of people. It's got to be drawing attention to itself because there's been so much conversation about this. They also have an official Facebook page for the series and a Twitter account to keep you updated on what's happening with Disney's Dog with a Blog. And I believe the actual voiceover for the dog has his own Twitter account too, where he actually portrays the character he portrays on television when he does the voiceover work for the dog that actually talks unbeknownst to the parents. One of the cool things about this series too is the dog communicates with specific members of the family, and not just all of them. He communicates with specific members of the family, which really brings a 1995 feel out of this series, because this is something that Disney probably would put across back in 1994, 1995, when it was kept secret that the dog could actually speak, and they are desperately trying to keep that under wraps from the other members of the family, fearing what might happen if the entire family were to find out the dog actually has the ability to communicate with just specific members of the family and the entire members of the family, which is really, really cool. They are very desperate to keep the secret of the dog talking under wraps, kind of a Hannah Montana Benji feel, mixed between the two, coming for Disney's Dog with a Blog. And it might sound funny to a lot of listeners listening to us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube today, but that's really the impression this series gives to me. Do you think it would be more effective if every member of the family could find out the dog actually talks? Do you think eventually from season to season the parents will find out if the dog talks? That is a question I could pose to our listening audience on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Social media is how you can let us know how you feel about it. Facebook.com/HW Entertainment, Twitter.com at JonathanClarke1, and YouTube.com/JonathanClarke22. Would it be more effective if every member of the family knew the dog could talk? It would kind of freak me out if I knew my dog could talk after years of having so many dogs. It really would spook me out. So maybe it's best we keep it under wraps, but I think this series is going to find even more success from season to season, and I venture to say this series is going to go to at least 6 seasons before it is finalized and the project is done. With Disney, they have a fantastic campaign going for this. The advertising is there for it. You cannot miss an advertisement for Disney's Dog with a Blog, and the time slots of this show are very convenient. One of the most convenient Disney Channel shows to premiere on Disney Channel when it comes to a time slot. You can catch it virtually any time of the week to your convenience, which is great. And the on-demand service that Disney has released over the years allows you to watch the show at your own convenience, so you'll never miss a moment that Disney's Dog with a Blog will provide us with over the years. Now, there are some familiar faces coming back to Disney Channel for this series. Now, there have been a few of them that seem very familiar. As I watch different editions of Disney's Dog with a Blog, I can't put my finger on who actually stars in this, but they are familiar faces, and you may notice them before I ever have. So if you have any information on who these familiar faces are, because they look very familiar and they resemble a lot of previous faces I have seen on Disney Channel through the years, you can let me know by sending me a message on YouTube. That's probably the quickest way to get a hold of me, youtube.com/JonathanClarke22, or subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also send me a message on Facebook, which is another quick way of getting a hold of me, facebook.com/HW Entertainment, and you can tweet me something creative on Twitter at JonathanClarke1, although I don't really check my Twitter messages as much as I should. I'm usually just tweeting on Twitter, and I find that to be the most beneficiary thing about Twitter. You can tweet something very quickly about something going on your website or a top story that your radio show or website is covering, and I find that to be very beneficiary as opposed to communicating with people on Twitter. So Facebook and YouTube are the two most effective ways to get a hold of me, but it's just the cast members of this show resemble so many different people I've seen on Disney Channel through the years. Now, I usually pick up on who they are when a new series premieres. Like, there are a couple of cast members for the new Disney Channel series Jessie that I have watched on previous Disney Channel series that have been released over the years, like Ant Farm. I think that's really cool how some retro Disney characters are being brought back for new series like Jessie. They have a couple of cast members from Ant Farm on that show, and the same thing kind of applies with Disney Channel's Dog with a Blog, but I'm kind of caught in a precarious position where I'm trying to figure out who these cast members are. So if you have any additional information, you can let me know. But the cast members bring tremendous qualities and personalities to the series, which is really going to assist in this series achieving tremendous success. The publicity of this show is really over the top, and it's definitely one of the top 5 most watched and talked about Disney Channel series of the last maybe 2 to 3 years. Now, Disney's Shake It Up is receiving a tremendous amount of publicity, and to me, either Shake It Up or Good Luck Charlie really are the main shows Disney Channel these days. Shake It Up just recently started season 4, I believe, seasons 1 through 3. Very successful with that, and we know that Good Luck Charlie has seen its fair share of twists and unpredictable episodes through the seasons. They have had so many tremendous seasons over the years from season to season. That show has gotten better, and with the release of Bridget Miller's latest single, Hurricane, which has also got a tremendous music video, which you can see at the bottom of our radio form and amongst our Twitter tweets at twitter.com/JonathanClarke1, is going to allow this show to get over more and more and more. The stars that are receiving the most success are going to be the ones that Disney Channel are going to put over, kind of like how they put over Selena Gomez and Miley Cyrus for Wizards of Waverly Place and Hannah Montana. And if Dog with a Blog can get over in the same kind of category that Hannah Montana and Wizards of Waverly Place, even Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and Sweet Life on Deck have gotten over in their previous versions over the years, this show is going to receive that much publicity. But I think Disney Channel are taking it slow enough to allow it to build up some credibility, which slowly but surely it is doing, which is a tremendous quality. They're not rushing into anything with this series, and I think that a lot of people are getting into this show because of the show's concept. I mean, a dog who can talk and use the computer, writing his own blog based on what happens and what's derived from each episode. Very unique concept. Never thought the show would be as successful as it has been, with just a few episodes of this series already premiering, receiving as much publicity as it has. And as I mentioned, they are on Facebook. You can join their conversation on their fan page, facebook.com, by typing in Dog with a Blog. You can also follow them on Twitter, and I believe the character who does the voiceover work for the actual dog on the show has his own Facebook and Twitter as well, where he actually posts some interesting things about his blogs, which you can find on the subsite for Disney's Dog with a Blog, which is also jam-packed with a lot of games and interactivity at Disney.com. There are subsites in addition to that to all of the Disney Channel series, which have a lot of fans and a lot of followers both on Facebook and on Twitter. And if you have anything you would like to contribute to our Facebook page or our Twitter, you can join the conversation at facebook.com/HW Entertainment, and you can also tweet me at JonathanClarke1 on Twitter, where you'll find thousands of tweets amongst our tweet archives, and some of them are pertaining to Disney Channel's Dog with a Blog. If you have not caught the opening promo or any editions of Disney's Dog with a Blog, I have tweeted a couple of episodes in their entirety at JonathanClarke1, with more to be posted amongst our tweet archives, and I've also tweeted the promo for Disney's Dog with a Blog, which looks very interesting and very appealing. If there's one thing that will catch your eye about this series, it's the graphics and it's the presentation of the show, where the dog actually writes blogs, comprises them based on what happens from episode to episode, which makes the show that much more unpredictable. I think you can classify this show in the category of being unpredictable. I mean, Disney XD has a lot of unpredictable series, both live shot and animated. As I just mentioned here at the top of the show, Disney XD has a series that's going to be animated based on Star Wars episodes 1 through 3. So that's something to look forward to this July, I believe, on Disney Channel. In addition to that, both Disney Channel and Disney XD have a collection of both live shot shows and animated shows coming to their summer lineup. For additional information, you can check out DisneyXD.com and the official website of Disney at Disney.com by clicking on programming. You can get additional information on some series that are scheduled to premiere this summer. But I think that Disney's Dog with a Blog is pretty much guaranteed one of the top 5 slots of popularity this summer. And I know Nickelodeon have a lot of things coming out too. I know that Nikki Douche premiering this coming Monday, I believe in May, the last week of May. They have a new original movie coming out starring one of the stars of iCarly. So they're trying to create some competition for Disney Channel to kind of take notice of. But even with Nickelodeon and other children companies trying to create the competition to desperately compete with Disney Channel, I think Disney Channel are pretty much ahead of them with the series that are scheduled to premiere this summer, in addition to the foreseen success for Disney's Dog with a Blog. So if you have any feedback on this series, if you've seen any of the episodes, which you can view in their entirety, there are a few of them, not many, but a few of them, enough to get you interested in this series for both the cast and its plot, on our Twitter at JonathanClarke1. If you've seen any of these episodes, let me know how you're feeling about them. Facebook.com/HW Entertainment, Twitter.com at JonathanClarke1, and YouTube.com/JonathanClarke22. And I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll archive our review of Disney Channel's Dog with a Blog within its first few episodes, which have already premiered on Disney Channel, on our YouTube channel as a featured video for you for the next couple couple of days, so you can check out this video and let us know what you think of it. I will archive it for you, so make sure you check back on youtube.com/JonathanClarke22 for an extensive review of Disney's Dog with a Blog. A 5-star rating would be too easy to give this show, so I will give it a 3.5 at a 5-star rating because of its novelty, and only for that. I just can't take a new show and just immediately rate a 5 out of 5 stars with so much yet to be reviewed of this show. You can also see written summaries and already published reviews of this series. A lot of people giving a lot of positive reviews, which is something you would not expect for a Disney Channel series with this bit of novelty to it, but a lot of people are giving it more positive reviews than I had initially expected. I thought there would be more negativity toward this series because it resembles so many both movies that have been released on DVD and VHS through the years and theatrically. It kind of has a Hannah Montana, Benji feel to it, a mix between the two, in my opinion, as both the radio shows can columnists, but a lot of people are giving it more positive reviews than negative reviews, and any good publicity is always a good thing for a series, especially with this much novelty coming from it. But one thing that will jump out about you are the personalities of both the cast and the show's plot. Again, the plot of the show is that the children of the family are desperately trying to convey a secret of how the dog can actually communicate with specific members of the family, and in every episode the dog causes a lot of unpredictable situations and gets himself caught up within the most precarious positions and uncompromising positions, which will have you enjoying this series from the beginning of the show right through its entire duration. Again, you can check out our subsite with additional information and actual blogs coming from the voiceover of the dog, and videos also on Disney.com of Disney's Dog with a Blog, and additional full episodes can be viewed on our Twitter at JonathanClarke1. Again, if you have any feedback you would like to contribute or anything in regards to Disney's Dog with a Blog to our radio show, you can find me on Facebook by joining the conversation and subscribing to us, facebook.com/HEW Entertainment. You'll find a lot of tweets pertaining to Disney's Dog with a Blog on our Twitter at JonathanClarke1. You can also follow us if you aren't already, featuring over 10,000 tweets currently right now on our Twitter, and you can watch past video archives, including this recently archived featured video of Disney's Dog with a Blog, the entire review, youtube.com/JonathanClarke22. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you are enjoying our content. Disney's Dog with a Blog can be seen virtually any time during the week on both Disney Channel and the Internet on demand, and I will see you next week. Let us know what you think of Disney's Dog with a Blog on Facebook, facebook.com/HEW Entertainment, by either liking us